and this is restaurant tutorial. And on this restaurant tutorial, I'm setting up restaurant tutorial. And on this restaurant tutorial, I'm setting up a restaurant tutorial. And on this restaurant tutorial, this particular page, yes, I'm making it, I'm recording it. So as I'm recording it, I decided, let me make a video so that you can drop it to you can see, watch it later. You understand? So that's why I'm speaking now. This is where you put in your company name, the name of the hotel. This is where you put in the location name, which you must provide this very one and this very one to get the license key. Then this is where you put the address of the company. You need to remove this one, put everything about the address, put their phone number, everything about their address and phone number. You put everything here. So now, what you put here, you can as well, this is what we are using to get the license key for you. But now you can now copy this name, which is a hotel name, and bring it to the docket page. You configure each system, each user separately in this particular POS page. Let's say they have more than 3 computers. They have more than 3 computers in that particular place. You need to configure this particular one separately. Now this is where you are configuring that small printer that will be printing. Those small printer is being configured from this page. You configure, put address and put everything you need to put, all the address and everything about the company, which you have already put in the front here. You begin to copy all of them. Let's say you have put the telephone number, you have put everything, you put tel. Sorry. So you type a number. If there is more, you put if there is more. You understand? I'm just making this as an illustration, not a real number I'm using. But more address, if there is more address, you put all of them down here. So the address of the place and everything about the company will fill up here. You understand? So now the same way you are going to copy them here to make the printout page. Now whatever you have here is what we show when they print their report. Everything you have here. But the one that is here is what print on those small receipts. So now here you are going to type the footer's docket. Now what you type here, you have to type attended, like me I normally use. You put this column. Then inside it you put staff. Now what I have done now is that you put it in the middle so that it will be centralized. What I have done now is that this command you see here is a command that enables the system that whichever staff that print the docket, it will automatically appear. The system will take the staff name and replace this staff. The name of the staff that log in. So anytime it's being printed, this attended by, if you use served by, but this command that is here is the command, and this staff that is in the middle here will enable the system to automatically go to the staff name that log in and fill the information that here when the receipt is printed out. Okay. So now, if you want to now take a thank you for this thing again, you want to thank, you know that thank for your patronage and all those things can be written under here. You understand? Thanks for your patronage. I don't know whether I get the spelling very well, but if I didn't get it, you can. So now, yeah, you come here, you move it. Yeah, you come down here and change the NGN. Remember that what we are putting here, this one 3, 4 is okay. This one, this POS page is all about the printout in that smaller receipt. This place is all about the company name. I mean, this place is all about the company name and the full address. Now this one here is where we set up the, you can see what is here already, the currency format and everything. Then I have put the decimal in amount is 2. Now we go on. Then here, since it's hotel, this ones I set up here is okay like this, since it's hotel. Because we don't want them here now. We did not block sales if no stock. In hotel, we don't even allow them to know whether the stock is finishing. If you block this one, meaning when they are selling and they did not have stock, they will not be able to sell. So in hotel, it's not needed. Because we will block the staff not even to know how many stock they have. Their own is to sell. So at the end of the day, the person that is balancing the stock is the one that have access to see the quantity and be able to know whether their stock balanced or not. Are you hearing me? So that is what is happening here. So this very one now, we are not fixing all this information in hotel configuration. You just look at this page and use what I have here. Then even in the club is the same thing. In the restaurant is the same thing. So now you can now move further here. Explaining here before, it's okay like this. Then here, why I put POS printer here is because I want the system to be able to have additional stock printer as a group. So I want this printer that I'm going to put here to work as tracking the printer. I want to have different printers in store. Network printer. Like let me use hotel for example. In hotel, there is bar. There is outside bar. There is a kitchen. You understand? Now, you want to network the printer so that when somebody places order for the kitchen item from the bar, it will automatically go to the kitchen and print. That is the function of this other one. You understand? So, these are the settings. The waitress. The waitress. So, after setting up this now, I will give you a backup or the one that will help you more in functioning. So that I will continue with that backup to explain more. Do you understand? But this is how to set up. Now here, you begin to configure again. I'm removing all this in because they are not needed. Expiring date is not needed in the hotel. Then here, please, I want to put something here. My keyboard is not going. Can you help me and type something here? Okay. Then 2. It's okay. First print, allow this okay. This okay. Then we'll go here. Then now, collect similar part number. Then let's remove the collect similar part number. Then fast send staff. When you enable this page, it means that the same staff, each staff can be able to attend to themselves. Maybe I open this particular waitress, open a table and use it as something. Another person can also be able to click on that table. But when you block this place, nobody, once a particular waitress is using a particular table to function, another staff cannot be able to use that particular table to function. So if you open a table, you continue, anytime you log in with your password, that is when you can access someone. You understand? So allow staff to serve same table. Then if I did not put it, that means all the waitress, let's say in a garden now, where you know they normally have plenty waitress, or each of the waitress will be serving. When you come, you log in with your own password and serve. Then the system recognizes the particular waitress. So it is only you that can be able to handle your table and check out your table and balance account of your own account. Nobody can enter your table. That is the meaning of this very one. You understand? Now, this particular one is actually collect similar part number. This one is actually if you have selected a cook. If you select a cook 2 times, it will join themselves. It will, let's say you click on cook 2 times, pam pam, it will join as 1 and make them 2. But if you will remove it like this, you click on cook 2 times, it will appear 2 times. But this one, if you click on cook 2 times, it will join itself and become 2. That is the function of this one. So these ones are okay like this. Then if allow credit cells, if you want to allow credit cells, which is very important. Now I am done with this very one. The configuration here. Only other thing you will configure is this one again. Remove this one. Then this place is done. Everything about this page is done. Then the payment setup. Then you come here, cash payment. Cash payment. Then he begin to mention this as a POS. All the POS, POS, UBA, POS, FCMB, the network is cutting now. Okay, 1002. This the I'm setting them now. Then you come back to this very one. Transfer. It's not necessary you right click on it. Then 1002. 1002. These are the payment method. The method they normally accept payment. No, 1002 is the account code of bank account. If I decide to write the bank here, it will still appear. So, but on this one, when you have issue, you will understand. This is not the major. This one will can help you and configure when you have the distance. You understand? The major part you need now is on the training. Then small you will now understand the you will now understand the the configuration. So I'm done with all this very one. Yes, the settings is done. So then if you close the page and open it again. Yeah. So I'm back here. So now these are the things. So we need to clear this record that is here so that we can now start creating our own. I'm done. I've cleared the whole data that is here. Now, the next thing you're going to do now is to create group. You come here. Then you click on group. Now you begin to create those groups they have. What are the groups they have? You click here, number 1. Drinks. You write drinks. Write the drinks. Then save. Then modify another one, number 2. Modify that number 2. Remember, it's hotel. You are configuring hotel. I don't know whether there is beverages in hotel. Do you understand?
Yes. Let's see. What is this?
Just check. I want you to think. Now. Eh? Food is here. Click that is food. Yeah, food. Or kitchen. Yeah, food. It's okay. What's the next one?
Which category can we put? Sometimes maybe toothpaste, all those minor greens. What did that say?
Okay, it's okay. Save this one now. Make wine. Okay. That means the first one should be soft drink. Or it's okay like this. Now, that is where you create all the group by coming here. Once you install, after the configuration, the next thing is to teach them how to start creating the group. After they create the group, now we need to install the printer so that we can name the different type of printer we have. But if you want to start creating them, later you will not begin to name, you can do so. Now let's say come here, I'll click this side, then you click here. Click back, type kitchen printer. You save. Bar printer. Modify that number one now. Call it bar printer. The first one. Click on it. You click modify. No, not that one. Remove your hand. This one. Then you click modify. Bar printer. Okay. Then this one, add room. Rooms. Okay, now close this page. Now click the stock again. Now the first one now, add and modify stock. This is where you start creating the names of every product one by one. New. Now we have soft drink or Coke. Just put Coke. Enter. Repeat it again. Okay. Enter. 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 Then you come to the stock item. So it's actually a stock item. Any item that you are selling that is countable, item that you need to count the quantity and you want when they are selling the quantity will be reducing, must be a stock item. Now select that particular place so that I explain all of them. Now, service item is where you select if what you have created here, you know this one is Coke. That's why it's a stock item, because it's a product that we want to be tracking its quantity. A service item is a name you want to use and create a service that you know you do, like room service. You know, room service, you don't want to be tracking the quantity of room services. Is you use like rooms. If we are creating rooms now, it's a service item. We don't want to be tracking the quantity. We want to create the rooms in rooms that we have, different type of rooms. So when you are creating rooms, you use service item to create them. Now, in hotel, we don't use the package item. Okay, we use the kit item. But I will explain the kit item later, not now. You understand? So, I just explained all the service item and the stock item. Then, this particular Coke is stock item. So, click enter. Enter. So, it's actually drink. Enter. Then you now choose that particular printer we have created here where you should print. Choose. It's bar. So, we are going to install a printer we are going to name bar printer. So whenever you send this product you want to print, it will automatically go to the bar printer and print. Do you understand?
Yes.
If it's where you want to only put printer in the bar, you want to man the system a particular spot where staff can go there and be placing order. Then anytime if they are going to the barman, it's just to go and collect. That means only printer is what is in the bar. Once you place the order in that particular place, you place order. Before you get to the barman is already bring out what you want to. If you place order for kitchen item, before you get to the kitchen itself, they will start preparing the item. You understand? So this is where you are, as you are creating each of the product, you'll be telling the product on which printer, when they order this particular order, which printer you should go and print.
Right.
Then,
and once they see the printout, they start preparing the information.
they start preparing the order. You don't need to go there and begin to tell them somebody placed this order, because they see the printout. It's a docket they will see. They start preparing the meal. Then, even if when you are placing the order, you have kitchen item at the same time, place it together. Kitchen item and bar item, you put all of them in the same list. Once you click on print, the system will automatically separate them. The bar will be going to bar to print. The kitchen will be going to kitchen to print. You will only go to bar to collect that particular kitchen item and go and serve the kitchen people. But the one for bar, you will, you go and collect the kitchen, the bar item and go and serve them, because the kitchen they need to start preparing the meal. So you don't go to them. So after you waited the time that you needed, that is the time you now go to kitchen to ask them whether their food is set, so that you can carry and go and give to your customer. Because the people that place the orders now is waiter and waitresses. They are the one that place the order. From a computer you are going to mark at a strategic point where will be a center for them. You understand? Then enter. You put the selling price they are selling the product. Just put like 200 or 300. Okay, 200 is okay. That's all. You are done for this page. You save. Save. Look at save done. Then you create new and continue another product. Continue. No, it's not room. 101. Put 100. Enter. No, go up. Up. That one is just a code. Do you understand? Now here you type room 101. Room 100. Or is it 2 room 100? This where you type in.
Like this.
Done. Continue. No, go to the service item. Type S. Enter. And room. Type R. R. Just click R. Enter. R. Enter. Just enter. It's there. Enter. And no, it's not coming there. This one is not coming. Enter. We are going to configure it to, you know, the front office print to the printer that is with them there.
Yes.
So it doesn't go to any of this place. Leave it. You don't put printer there. Don't worry. The printer we are going to install on in the front office session, it will print to that one direct. We don't need to mention it. These are the ones that may be in a different place through network printer. That is why we configure them. Enter. Enter. Put the room. Yeah, put the price you are selling the room.
This is 5,000.
Enter. Save.
Save what?
Just save. It's okay. Save. Oh yeah. You can do it like that. Hold on. Remove your hand. The software actually have clone. Instead of you typing again new, you click here, it will automatically copy it and bring for you. Instead of you start everything afresh, you just come here, change to 101, that is another new one. Go down here, 101, every other thing is the same thing. Here is already configured. Then if you want to change price, give the same price, you save. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay. Save more thing. I want like 6 items. Then we'll continue.
Let's say like what about food?
Anything. You can't use food as a code because there is nothing like food. Indomie. Or
I thought it's
Indomie.
I thought under items that's what you put.
No. The code must be the first code that started. Just type Indomie. The first 4 letters that started. Not all of them. It's just a code. Like this is okay. So here is plan type the full name.
What do I type? Indomie now.
Indomie. This is where if you are not tracking quantity in the kitchen, you make a service item. If you are not tracking quantity in the kitchen, you make a service item. But if you are going to track quantity in the kitchen, that one have its own configuration. You are not going to use a service item, you use a kit item. But leave it for now. Let's say you are not tracking quantity.
What would the other stock?
There is food there. Kitchen. Type K, type letter K. Enter. Just save, we are done. No. But you know there is nothing like beer drink. Do you get it?
Yes, I do.
The up one is just a code. And that code must tally with what is here. The first 3 letters or 4 letters that start the product name must tally with what you use as a code. Then you now continue. It's a stock item. And it's also beer. If we have beer here, you select beer. But we don't have beer. If we have created beer as a group, you select beer. Then you put the amount. It's bar now. Bar. Okay, now we are done with this. Stop. Anything from this line down is just a report. From here down is a report. So let's see selling price report. Selling price report. Report type. Only retail price I want to see.
This retail price now.
These are the ones we have created and their prices. Do you understand it?
I really understand.
Okay. Cost price report. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. So, now.
But is it necessary that we fix cost price?
In the bag. No, when you're going to purchase the quantity, the cost price will enter. You know, let's say that we have finished and they want to purchase. You click on purchase here. Let's say opening stock. Write opening stock. We have we have 20. If we put the cost price here, the system will be able to calculate our profit. If we did not put cost price, the system will not be able to calculate profit. You understand?
Yes, I do.
So now we are putting. Yeah, you get it. Enter. Put cost. Remember we are selling it at 200. So put the cost. I think that is all. That's the only two stock item we have. Indomie, we did not make Indomie stock item. If we want to make it a stock item, you need configuration. Because it is not Indomie we are selling. We sell Indomie and egg, a cooked Indomie. But what you buy is a raw Indomie. And in the hotel, we have different type of Indomie. We don't even call it Indomie. We are going to have Indomie and egg. We are going to have Indomie only. Because Indomie only will have its own fixed price. Indomie and egg will have its own fixed price. Do you understand? Just like egg. When we are selling egg, we are not actually selling egg. What you are selling is either boiled egg, and you sell, I think let's do the configuration, but it will, let's purchase this one, save this one first. Then we'll go to the configuration of those ones. So that we do it at the same, save it. So this one you save, the quantity will be added. Since we are treating hotel, let's include it. So I take my time to also eat my meal while we are talking. I'm done. Eh? No problem. I know if I did not, before I know it, time will pass. It's already red already for me to eat by now, but no problem. 9 here. Yeah, I can see it. So here now, we have purchase. Now let's go to our purchase. You click purchase. I want you to know there is a line you are looking at here. Can you see this line?
Yes.
Now when you go to purchase stock, you see the same line. Now on POS, you see the same line. Then on sales, you see the same line. Account, you see the same line. The function of this line is a demarcation between report and input part. So the icons before the line is the input where you can use and do your work. Then after you have done the work from this point, then from this one down is a report of whatever you have done on this tray only. So what we do is that to teach you how to use all these very one, once you know how to use it very well, the report you are going to get after this line will be accurate. So in other words, you cannot impute data from this line down, but to view whatever you have done from up here. Do you get the point? Okay. So the same thing. So we are teaching how to make use of all these points. When you get how to use it very well, you will see that the report you are going to get down here will be accurate. Now we have done few things. We have been able to create group here. Then we have been able to create the product name here. We have been able to come to purchase and purchase from here. So these are the icons we have used. So now I want to see purchase report. That is the one we have done here. I was able to click purchase report and I can view the purchase that we have done. I select the detail. Then if I choose from date to date, it will show me. So this is the purchase we have made so far. Detailed purchase report for the period of so time to so time, based on what you select on your report. These are the items we have purchased. So this quantity have been added to our stock. Now I'm off here. Then we have created Yes, it's a page. It's A4 printer format. So here, the item we have created, look at stock quantity report. Remember we have purchased. So this page will be able to show us stock quantity. Now these are the quantity of the stock we have. We have this stock, we have this. Then the printer they are configured to print on is this particular printer. And look at the quantity we have. Then the value of the stock is here. But when we configure a staff that can view this page without showing this amount, then another staff can view it, the amount will not show. Because we logged in as a master user, we are not create access. That is why this one is showing. It is the only person that has access to see it that will see it. And in this software, you can give different access, blocking so many things you don't want access to see, to have access to see. Whichever one you have, you want to give the person to be able to do, the person will be able to do. Do you understand? Now, the next thing I want to capture in this tutorial is how to configure in a hotel or in a bar or in a lounge and all those things. How to configure that in a garden. How to configure kitchen items if you want to track stock. This one we did now because we do not want to track stock, but I want to configure it as if we want to track stock. That means the service item we use here is not necessary. We are going to change it from service item, but before we do that, we need to create the raw items. Indomie, any item that you can use to prepare more than one meal, we have a raw item and now have the main name you are using, you are selling them. I want you to understand that word very well. Any item that you know you can sell, you don't sell it direct. Are you getting it? You don't sell it direct. You configure that particular product. You use that particular product to sell, let me say, okay, let's just use like egg. A product that is not sell the way it come, you know, drink. You buy a drink, you sell drink the same way. Now, but when you buy egg in hotel, you don't sell the egg like that. What you sell is either cook item. Either you say cook item, I mean cook egg, or no, not cook egg. They call it sometimes they say boiled egg, fried egg, egg sauce. Do you understand? Now, we have mentioned about 3 different names of egg you are going to create here. Now, let's start with the egg. First thing we are going to create is going to be called the stock item, egg. Personally, in my own configuration, I like using a small letter to create all those raw items. Do you understand? And another way I normally do it again is sometimes I may decide to, on my own way, everybody have their own way of configuration. On my own way, I may decide to come to the group and call raw items as a group, so that I can be able to see all of them. Oh yeah, raw items, small, right it there. Yeah, raw items. But group is always capital letter throughout. It's more advisable. Now you have created it in a group here. Then we are here. New. Now, Indomie. Right, Indomie, small letter. It's my own way of using small letter to differentiate the main item you are selling and the one that is raw. Indomie. Check your spelling. Now you don't need the full name here. Indo. It's okay. Sorry. Indo. Indomie raw. Raw. You understand? As a code. They now write Indomie raw. Type now. Space raw. You click enter, 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 enter. Now this Indomie is a stock item because you want to track the quantity. It's a stock item. It's countable. Then we go further. Now we create that raw item. R. Then it does not print. The raw item does not print on any printer. Are you getting me? It is the name of what we are going to prepare that will print for them. Then the kitchen knows the item to use to prepare that particular raw item. And when they remove that raw item to prepare that particular meal, then the stock will reduce. Now, no, it's a man. Without the docket, they are not going to prepare any meal. So it's the docket you generate that enable kitchen. You don't talk to kitchen with your mouth. I need Indomie and egg. You generate the docket from the system, which they enable them to start preparing it. And that docket, when a waitress have requested for that docket and they come out, the waitress does not have power again to go and remove that docket again, only to check out. And when you check out, the money will be counted. You get the point? Now, the raw. Now, we don't sell it, so we don't put price on it. We don't sell raw Indomie. We only sell a cooked Indomie and egg and other things. Now I'm done with this one. The next one, you keep raw egg. Egg raw. That is my own way of configuration. Egg raw. I said use small letter throughout for your raw item. Egg raw, repeat it. Don't be using more than 5 letters on your code.
On the part number now.
Huh?
On the part number.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Hey, it's okay now. Get it. No. On the item detail, in full name, you call the product.
Yes.
You can put raw. No problem. Put arrow here. Raw. It's okay. Now, we have been able to save 2 raw items. Now, these 2 raw items can produce so many things. I think you know. Now, let's start what it produces. I will start from Indomie. I want to modify this Indomie. Indomie what? What do you call Indomie? Indomie and egg, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me use the capital letter now. Indomie and egg. Indomie and fried egg. Do you understand? Indomie and egg sauce. Okay, let's just put egg sauce. I type the sauce. Indomie and egg sauce. Now we are not going to call it a service item again. We'll use a kit item. Now, this one print in the kitchen. And how much is these 2 items? These 2 items is 1,000. Do you understand? Now I want to configure it that whenever you sell Indomie and egg, then egg will minus. Then the same time Indomie will minus. Then you go to item content. Inside the item content, what are we putting now? Egg. The raw egg is what we are selecting. Now, how many raw eggs do we use to prepare this Indomie? If they are using 1 egg, it is 1 that will be. But if it's 2 eggs they are using, you put 2 here. But in hotel, many of them go by portion. Are you hearing? So, if they eat in hotel, many of them go by portion. They might apportion the egg. They don't count egg 1 again. They call their own portion. So meaning 2. Whenever they count egg is 1, they are counting it. We have 1 portion of egg, and their 1 portion of egg may be 2 egg that they are calling 1 portion. So those that I call them 1, so that means what I'm going to use here is 1. Meaning this 1 is referring to the portion. You understand? But if it's where they are counting the egg 1, that means you are going to use 2 here. Meaning whenever you print the receipt of this particular egg, I mean the egg, Indomie and egg, it should minus Indomie, I mean egg 2. That is for people that are counting 1. Now you go down. What again do we need? Indomie. Indomie raw. Then now, how many Indomie do they use? If they use 2 eggs, Indomie. If it's where they are using portion, that means they don't count their Indomie 1. They count their Indomie in portion. That means they are 2. They prefer it as 2. You understand? Then means you put 1 portion is going out. But if where they count Indomie 1, you put the normal 2. So what it means that whenever you sell this Indomie and egg, these 2 stock should minus. It will go to egg and minus 2 in this top. It come to this one and minus 2 pieces. Then I save it. All the configuration is done. So we have, this is what we have that we are selling. Indomie and egg sauce. Now, I want to create another one because we are not done. Then you click, instead of you begin to do another one, you click on this one, you just click clone, so that it will copy another name for you. This is what the system uses and separate it. Because this code here is for the one that you have already done. So if you now change this code like this, delete it, you add something on it, Indomie and egg, then you can also Indomie, the other one of Indomie and egg sauce. Indomie and boy egg. Indomie and boy. You can say Indomie and boy. That B. Then Indomie and boiled egg. You can now write boy egg here. No. Okay, boy before the egg, yeah. Boy egg. So now you can put your price for these very two things. If you see 1,000, you leave it. Now the printer is to say linked. Then those items that were linked inside is not there. Then you link this one again. What are you linking again? Indomie. This one too. Egg. Two. So I'm done with this linkage. Then you save. You understand? So we have been able to create these two things now, and they are in the system. And they are all going to, anytime you sell this one, remember you don't sell this alone. You then sell this. Now, there is another linkage that comes. Indomie only. I clone. I come here. Delete a hair. Delete that one. I'm not touching it again. I highlight and delete. Delete it. It's not deleting that. I don't know what caused it. Hold on. Let me see what happened. Remove your hand. Okay. I want to see why. Okay. You have freeze again, no? Oh yeah, space only, light only. Only. Then remember the code up. You go to the up. Remove your hand. Remove your hand. So Indomie only. Then Indomie only might be 600 or 500. You understand? Your system is hanging. Remove your hand, let the whole thing freeze. Let him unfreeze. Let the thing unfreeze. No, it has nothing to do with bad. Because from your own end, they cannot also operate it.
I can operate it.
Oh, okay, delete it. Put 5 on 600. Oh yeah? Then now, you say come back here. There is nothing. You are only going to link it to only Indomie. Because there is no egg. So, and it's 2. So, we are done with egg. I mean Indomie. Everything I have to do Indomie is done. Then what is remaining? You now begin to write. You are not done now with egg. You start with egg. You understand? Now, can somebody come and order only egg sauce? Except when they are ordering egg sauce and tea. But if they don't order egg sauce, that means you cannot have only egg sauce. But when you create yam, there will be yam and egg sauce. There will be boiled yam. That means the yam is going to also be a raw item. And at the same time, now have the names of the different type of item yam you cook. Do you understand? You get the point, right?
I get it.
So, this is how to link the items that you are going to track. So, all these ones are linked. Now, I'm going now to the table. You come to the sales page, this period. The hotel, on the restaurant, on the bar, you need to make tables. You need to make tables. All the button now, you need to link the product. Let's link the product first. Then before we make table. Let's use this one. We are going to use this one as table. But we are going to use this one to make products. Then we start our products. Now, the first one is Indomie. Kitchen. You rewrite this one. Shift. Let me show you. It's written in the front. Look at these two words here. Look at control right click. Control right click means renaming menu item. Control right click. Control right click means renaming menu. But shift. Look at shift here. Shift right click mouse is renaming the item, the product name. So what we want to rename now is menu here. I press my hand on control key, I click on right click, then I edit item button. This is item button. So control right click is item button, not menu item. So let me edit the menu item. It's shift right click. No.
Let me do that here.
Oh yeah, do it here. Rename it first. You do another one. Rename this one.
What do I write here?
You can call it kitchen items. Capital letter, whenever kitchen items. Now let me finish. Then you set the size of the menu. Let's say 12. You set the color you want the menu to be. Let's say this one, you want that button to be this color. You set the inner button, what you want in the inner button, the color you want the inner button to be. Then you choose the black, for example. You save the text. Then you make it bold. Then you save. Now the write-up is white. We don't want white because it's not showing very well. Okay, it's black. As I close and open it, it now show what we selected. Kitchen items. Now, I want you to change this particular menu now. Shift, right click. Then you now change it. You now change it to drinks. Now, change the color of the menu. Click by the side. That purple color. Then you change it to any color you prefer. Blue will not be sharp. Here, use this one. You have selected this one. Then the inner one, the menu button is white. I'm changing it from white to black. That is the inner one. I click on that inner one. Then the menu button, I make it 12. Then I make it bold. It is already done. By the time you close this and open it again, it will recognize the settings you have done. This is menu button. Now, this very menu, we are going to change this one too. Come to this one, shift, right click, do it. Then call it a table. No, table. Okay. Then we can, I am adjusting the color. Table. Sorry, I'll cancel it. I don't want to use that color. Shift. I like the table again. Okay. I'm using the same color. I'm not changing anything here. The only thing is that I'm making it bolder than I did. Then if you close it, the setting you did will appear. I want to, if it's in a hotel, let me say this very one. If you want to make tables in the room, if you want them to use but there is no need saved. But if you want to make rooms on the button too, you can as well make rooms on the button by calling this one rooms. I use 14 so that it will bold. Let me change this one to 14. Do you get it? So you have learned how to change these menus. Now each menu is doing a different function. When you click table, it will report everything here should be your table. You configure all of them table. Then when you click this one, you change it to your product will going to be inside here. All the whole thing about the product, about drink, kitchen items, is what you are going to put here. Then when you click drink, everything about the drink is what you are going to put here. Now we are going to start our configuring. Now I start the configuration of the kitchen items. Then I have click here. Then the first thing is that since we are not going to cover all of them, let me start in the middle here. I want to use this button. Then I use control right click. But before then, copy the product name, Indo. I copy this Indomie, the particular one. That's what I want to configure first. Then I come to the table I want to put it. I want to control right click. I paste that particular part number. You click enter. it will automatically appear. If you want to change the color of it, you can decide to change the color of it. I want to put it in this color. Then you have to put the size you want it to be. Let me use the same 12. You can make it bold. Then you save. It is here. But if the name is too long, it will not enter all of them. It will not enter all of them. Let me see if it's too long. We'll reduce the size. It's okay. Do you understand? So that kitchen item. So you can begin to put all your kitchen items. You select another indoor again, so that you confirm another name. This very one, this is the part number of this one. This is the part number you are copying. So you come here, then you put the, you begin to link them to the group where you want them to be. If you want to use the same color to design all of them, any color you feel like you want to leave, depending how you want to make your design fine, then you'll be able to design it the way you want it. Then go to this table and do another one. You go and copy the next one. Indomie only, nice. What I want to configure now. I'm doing control right click, then I paste, then I change the color I want. Now I'm done with this three. All our kitchen items is completed. You will have more items. If you click here now, all of them are here as a product. Then drink side. Then I want to serve the drink. Then you come here. We have cook. You copy the code. You exit. Click on drink. I want to start here. I paste, it will appear. Then I can change here. What again do we have? Tab.
Okay, sorry, no me wrong. No.
Yes. That means you're understanding our the training. Yes. No, something that somebody have been doing. As I'm talking it, I believe it will be entering fast because it's, you are close to what we are doing all the time. Okay. So now, these are only the two products we have in the kitchen. I mean in the bar, right? Do we have any on that thing? Let's see. It is only the two of them. Now, if we want to actually configure the room, we can click here and start configuring the room. The same thing, you right click, 100, it will appear. You change the size you want. No, this one, the room, yeah, you leave the room in one color. It's okay like this. $101. Okay, so I close again. Once you close and open, it will recognize the setting you have done. So look at it, the room. We have this one, we have this one. Then we come here, we have all these ones here. We come here, we have these ones here. Now it remains our table. Now our table. Let me get the code for the table. I want to get the table configuration code. Sorry, my system is hanging. Just hold on, my system is hanging. I'm waiting for it to unfreeze. Now, wow. No, this one is not even the Nigerian network now. It's my this thing. I want to go to my desktop. Now my system is hanging for me to go to my desktop. Okay, I've been able to move to my desktop. What happened is that I don't have the code in my offhand. So what I'm trying to do is to get the code directly from the one I install on my system, so that I can bring in the code and show you the code to set up table. So I'm now on my desktop. So I'm going to the one I have configured that is on my table, my system. So from that very one, I'll be able to get the code to make a table. So that those buttons, you can see those buttons are functioning as a product item now. But now, to make that same thing to function as a table is what I'm trying to get. That is a code you will apply to it. It will no longer function as a product. It will function as a table. You understand? Which one?
When you say table now.
Okay. The table, you know, the table is the table that, let's say in the bar, or in whether in a bar, or you call it in a garden. You know they have so many waiters and waitresses. All those waitresses, there is so many tables they normally set out that where people will come and sit to drink. So all those tables, each of the waitress and waiters serve by table. You understand? Okay, I've gotten it. The code. So I'm returning back to your system. Now this is the code. This table now, we want to start. I click this very one. Once you click any one, all the under particular system. Are you getting? If you click here, please can you click on drink? Everything have turned to, all the whole under here have turned to this particular button. If I click here, all the button will turn. If I click on drink, all of them will turn. So when you click on table, everything here is already table. So you need to program the table by right click. That control right click I am using now. Control right click. Then I put the code. What matters that make a code is this quote, that bracket. Once you put anything there, you can choose anything you want to use here. You can put 01. But what matters is that on quote, table hash, then the number you want, everything you're putting must be on that quote. Then you now come here and type table. Table 01. Do you understand? Then the same way, you don't make table colors. Table remain the same color. You don't change them. You understand? Then you now select bold. Then that's how you continue making all the tables. You paste the quote again. Then if you want to use one to okay, let me copy this one. 02. Now I can copy this code now. I've decided to copy this code, so I don't need to table 02. Then I change this one. That is how you continue. You can paste. Then you now type table. You don't need to be. It's not necessary you are changing the code. 03. If you have made the code, whenever you are working on that place, you just restore backup of this particular one there. So you have created is what you'll be using. So you don't continue creating it all the time. Okay. Now let's use only this one now. I'm done. Then I close. Then I bring it back. This is all the table. Click on it now. It has become a table. Now we want to place order now. We are now in order placing. Okay? If you want to make a sales, somebody want to buy drink. Want to buy Indomie and egg. You just click Indomie and egg, and Indomie and egg, and one bottle of this one. You are done. Then you put it on the table. This is the table you want to use and serve the person. How many people on the table? There are 2 people on the table. You just type 2 here. This is how to place order. Then you print. Okay. Now it did not recognize the staff because we have not created the staff names. You understand? Yeah, login now. So that is why that error came. So let's say we now start creating staff name. This one is the master. We are going to rename this. We want to put password for this master. Call it admin. Then I'm creating the staff name now. Then this very one, we're going to call it 1, 2, 3, 4 as a staff. But I configure the person to be the one that will be able to sell. Now I'm configuring this staff. Only what I can do is what I am creating here. I can only use this, the POS, to make sell, and that is only where permission that we are giving to this particular person. Then let me enable this side. Then under this face, I block this person. You cannot be able to change date. You cannot change the price. Then also the same time, it's only retail price is permitted to see. You cannot see profit. You cannot do anything. Disable discount column. I'll remove the discount column. You should not give discount. Then you come to this place, select this one, enable this one. Then amount is not changing amount. It's not authorized to change amount. This one, it doesn't even have access to it at all. Then discount, we have said that it's not having discount, anything to do with discount. we remove the discount completely. Then total is not doing anything, disable. So on this disable reprint, it cannot reprint, it cannot block discount, return. Then disable POS reprint. This is for that person, staff. Allow quantity discount. No, they are not using it. Now I'm done creating. Now I normally block them access here, that anything they select they cannot be able to remove it again. Then I'll block them. So once you have selected anything, you can remove whatever you have selected. Then that is all. Eh? You put it on the table, they will void it. You will leave it there. Anything you have selected, you must print it out. Then when you print it out, you can tell them that, please, I am not taking that one. They will now write it that you did not take it. The file, that docket will be kept. That when they want to void, they will not see that they did not supply it to you. They will use it and void it. You understand? So, now I have created this particular staff. Now let that staff log in now. 1, 2, 3, 4. The staff have logged in. They have seen that every other thing is disabled. The staff want to attend to somebody now. You click here. The person needs this one, and they need these two things. Now these are the items we need. Let's say they need this one too. They need this one too. Now these are whatever. You go to table and choose the table you want to make use of. Then we are two people in there in that table. Then you can place the order. Now if I click this print, this Indomie and egg, we go to the kitchen and go and print. Then the other one, Herb and the Coke, we go to the bar and print docket. And that docket will have the name of this user one, that particular waitress or waiter that placed the order. So when the time the waiter or waitress go to this particular place, do you understand? They already know the name of the waiter or waitress that placed the order. They will give that item to that particular waitress. Do you understand? So this is a printout. If I click print, but I'm not clicking print because we don't have printer connected. That's all. So the way it's designed is that, you see, I did not log them that none, any another person can go another person's table. Because I did not disable that thing I told you. Let me go and disable it so that you will see. I'm logging into the admin. I'm coming back to the settings. Why I'm covering everything at the same time? Because I know I'm recording it. And you are going to watch it again. You understand? So that is why if not, I don't supposed to carry you through all of them. So I am just making it so that you can be able to sit down and be on your system and watch them again. Do you understand? Any page that you can, it's not, you don't understand. You fast forward to that particular page and watch again. Do you get the point? So now I have enabled it that the staff cannot be able to, different staff cannot serve the same table. That means the waiter that chooses a particular table, that table is locked to that particular waitress or waiter. He's the only one that can continue attending until they sign out. The only a master, the person we give access to, handle all of the table that can be able to have access to another person's table. Now I have locked it again. So as I did this, this is a master. I'm able to enter this table. I'm able to enter this table. One, two, three, four. What happened?
How you got to where you were signing password?
Oh, I understand. Okay. Now this one is able to go. Okay, you know the former one did not have a password. Let me log in with a master again. See where I'm going. Look at it here. Control F12 can also lock it. If you press Control F12, it will lock the password. So once anybody that finish will log out. Each staff that finish selling must log out. Because we normally bring it down like this. So it's always like this. So where to log in is always showing you up. Now let me place order as a master user. I put my own on the table. I'm using this table now. Now I'm logging out. Then the other person log in. It's not necessary you log out or close the page. Then another person has logged in and attend to another person too. Okay. So it's able to go to my table. Now let me block it to know I'm disabled that. Huh? Admin password, I put admin. For our training, I just put admin. You can see, you can no longer enter another person's table. You understand? Access denied. Table is served by a master user. So the name of the person that is using the table, it will show the name. So you can only enter your own table as a staff. So it's only that person that have that access that can enter his own table. So now you want to give them bill. The customer need bill. You click here. Okay, let's say they need more item. Anytime they need more item on this table, they are see eating. They requested more thing. They need this one more too, and this one more too, and the drink. They need the drink more too. Then your own is just to go back to the table and add it. You print again. It will separate. You leave the food and go and take your drink. So you can add as many things you want to add. If they need more thing again now, you come here, you place order, or what they want. You add it to the table. You print. Once you click print, it will distribute. You go and take. Now they have finished eating. They want you, the waitress, to bring their bill. You come and click here. Then you click bill. Then this is the total bill, 9,001. If you click bill, it will come out to the printer attached by this computer. Not in those places. There's another printer that's attached to the computer. That small print. It will print that bill. It will take the bill and go and submit. Now, when you print the bill and go and give them, they will now say, no, that we are two. Please separate it. The only thing that the person has now the option to print because he cannot be able to cancel. You have to send it to printer. It tells us that we are not configured printer. So let me just log in admin password. I change the password again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Control F12 is automatic. Instead of me clicking on top here, I use Control F12 to change the password. But when you click here, it change. Now, see. If you want to, you know, sometimes when you give everybody bill, they will say, no, we are two, we want to pay. Two of us want to pay. Then you can come here and split the bill. If you click here, select the first guest. Let's say this person is one that want to pay for this one. Then the other second guest want to pay for this very one. The second guest want to pay for this one. Now I have splitted the bill, so I can be able to print only the bill for one person now. If I click here, I print only bill for the second person. Let me click now. 5,000 something bill. Then I'll print it. I've not set the printer, so that's why it's disturbing me of printing. Do you understand? So I'm changing user so that I can use the master user. There's no printer, so if I send it would have go. Now you print for that person, then you now click again and print the bill for the other next person. The other one is 5,000 something. Then you can also print the bill for this particular person. This person is 3,000 for them. Now take 2 bills and go to them. Now they use that bill to pay. Are you getting me? They use that bill to pay. The good part of it that this order that you have placed, the staff does not have access to remove it again here. Do you understand? Hello? Hello? Hello, are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you now.
Okay. The staff does not have access to remove this particular transaction that is on the table. Remember that this is the only way he collected the item from the bar. And this is the only way he collected the item from the kitchen. And he does not have access to remove it again. He has print the bill and go and use the bill to collect the money. Then the items remain on the table. If you want to check it out by himself, you can now click it and check out. You want to check out now, you can check. He has collected the money, he knows how they pay. Then you can now check it out. Then now select the payment. Then how do they give him the money? Then the cash was 2,100. Then the remaining balance was paid by this bank. Then he prints. Now, it's at this point that you are printed that table is free again. The table is free. You understand? Now, the stock. It's at this time that he printed that the stock minus. But sometimes this transaction have K-leg. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sometimes this transaction, this particular bill, you go, the person say, no, I'm returning very one, and you want to return. Then you can just use this split billing to return one. By leaving it, leave it here, and check out only the one you want to check out. You leave the other one on the table. So this is the only one the person paid. Did not pay out all the other one. That's all. Then you check it out. So it will remain only that particular one. Then you move it. That is all. So this one that is on this table, you can decide to choose another table to move it one particular table. To pack them all in one particular table. You may decide to move it to a particular table and just keep it, all your return items in one particular table. So that in the morning, you bring the proof of everything that is on this your return table. You bring the proof of all of them that you did not collect it, that barman signed for you that he did not actually take the particular drink. Or that the kitchen that they did not supply the food for you. Once you bring all the proof and hand over, then the person that is in charge to void it will go ahead and void it. Which the voiding, we are not going to mention it in this particular training. We'll mention it in the next one. Thank you very much. So, I have been able to show you all these ones. You will now watch the video again on your own to understand it one after the other. Then after you have watched the video and you see how question, then you ask me. But it does not stop you of going out for the marketing and the introducing it. You can introduce it anywhere you want to introduce it. Then if there is any assistance you need from us in helping you configuring it and further training, we will do so. You understand? Thank you very much. Yeah. You want to ask question?
Where are you sending? Where are you sending it?
I'm sending it to your phone. I will send it to you. Okay. Thank.
That question.
Eh?
I really am. I said I really am.
No, no. When you watch it finish, you have many questions.
Because at the time, I still want to carry me. Wanted to carry me.
I didn't get you.
I said at the time, I still wanted to carry me somewhere.
Yeah, me, I understand. I understand. So because it's on video, that's why I'm not bothered. You understand? Okay, thank you. I'm